While Final Fantasy XVI is a fantastic game to play casually, going for the platinum is another story entirely. Quite literally, since you have to do a second playthrough on Final Fantasy mode, which kind of dampened the whole Final Fantasy XVI experience for me. But that definitely can't be said for the newest DLC, Echoes of the Fallen. A small bite-sized adventure that should only take a couple of hours to complete. Well, unless you're me anyway.
Oh, fucking Christ, dude. This is an easy boss. This is the easiest one out of all of them, and I'm fucking struggling here. Come on. Come on.
So come along with me, Ryan Kelly, as we climb our way through the Echoes of the Fallen DLC on the first episode of Extra Content.
Jesus. Oh my god. I don't even know how I'm alive from that, to be honest with you.
Getting all the trophies for the Echoes of the Fallen DLC is actually pretty straightforward. Having 3 story-related trophies, 2 trophies tied to collectibles, and 1 difficulty-related trophy that was definitely the highlight of the DLC for me personally. But we'll get there later.
No! I tried to push the button, dude. If that sends me all the way back and I don't get my elixir back.
With the panel explanation done, it's time to start this fantasy. Yeah, I know that was really forced. But if Final Fantasy XVI could do it, then so can I. We start things off with Final Fantasy XVI's bread and butter. Several cutscenes with lots of dialogue explaining what's going on. Essentially, there's another Mother Crystal that Clive and the gang missed during their epic adventures. However, this one is different from the other ones because it was made by these suckers who tried to fight a literal god and lost worse than Napoleon did during the War of 1812. So yeah, they were down bad. Anyway, it's our job to destroy these man-made mother crystals, but before we can do that, we gotta find the big gal. And in order to do that, we gotta find the guy selling these dust crystals, since they probably know where the mother crystal is. Spoiler alert, they definitely do. And so, we've officially begun our quest as deemed by our first trophy of the DLC.
Oh, we got a trophy already. What do we get? What is this for? Brave the Dusk. Oh, so we just get a trophy for accepting the quest. Okay. Cool.
Let me ask you a question. Do you like running? Well, if you do, then you're gonna love this section of the DLC because hot damn is there a lot of running around. I wouldn't be surprised if this entire section was directly inspired by the movie The Running Man, because all you do once you find the Dust Crystal merchants is run after them, all the while you yourself are being forced to deal with an onslaught of angry gamers who have wrongly accused you of selling these fake crystals. However, after a myriad of mass murdering, we finally corner them and get them to accidentally tell us the source of the dust crystals, which just so happens to be the massive tower that also coincidentally lights up like a Christmas tree the moment that we start talking about it. I guess it's got that Alexa feature. So after even more Pokemon battles, we finally make our way to the entrance to the Tower of Terror and get ourselves another trophy.
Oh, the only way is up. Alright, that's our second trophy. Assuming that's the trophy we get for, unlocking the tower.
We finally made it to Pizza Tower, the meatball of the DLC, and boy, do we have our work cut out for us. We got enemies galore with hordes of little gamers and a sprinkle of bosses, both mini and grand. And to top things off, we gotta take a trip through Super Mario Galaxy to collect some star bits for a collectible trophy. But this isn't really hard whatsoever, since you would have to be clinically blind to miss a single one of these collectibles. So with that being said, it's time to ascend this pizza tower and collect all of these spicy toppings. After running through some fodder, we encounter our first boss of the tower, Brooke from One Piece, who I guess wasn't a fan of the Running Man. Disheveled by this, we for some reason side with the merchant, despite him indirectly trying to kill us multiple times. If this was me, I would have just let Brooke kill him. Just saying. Anyway, Brooke is understandably upset with us for liking the Running Man and decides to attack us with his epic new dance moves, which I must say were insanely impressive.
Oh my god, this is sick actually. I feel like I've really come to appreciate good bosses or fun boss fights now because I've been playing a little too much Final Fantasy XV as of recent. It is very nice to play a fun game though, like holy shit.
However, Clive's dance moves were just a little bit more flashy than Brooke's were, causing him to lose his footing and snap his hip. Something tells me he won't be dancing again for a long time. Is it fucked to say that I've actually never seen The Running Man? I know I made a pretty confident parallel earlier in the video, but all I did was read half the movie summary on Wikipedia and gave up because I have the attention span of a 5-year-old. Moving on, as we fight more baddies and progress further into the tower, we discover that this man-made mother crystal is using living creatures to fuel it, which is obviously big sad. But what's even more big sad is that we have to fight them. I only say this because I'm not the biggest fan of these particular fights, especially this one, but we'll get there later. So after fighting all sorts of wacky things, we encounter our next boss of the tower, Mike Wazowski, who appears to have gone down the slopes one too many times and is on the verge of an overdose.
Get it off. No, oh my god, dude, that is so lame. Get out of my cup. Dude, again! Why? Again! Dude, the amount of times I've gotten trolled with this fucking guy teleporting on me is insane.
Like Jordan Belford, Mike too seems to have an aggressive approach when it comes to business that initially works out really well for him. However, this reckless approach did eventually catch up to him, causing him to ultimately crash and burn. Quite literally in this case. With Mike taken out, we are now at the point where we're almost done with the DLC, which is kinda sad considering that I paid 10 real US dollars for about 3 hours of content. However, there is still one more thing to talk about before moving on to the final boss of the DLC. Remember how I said we'd talk about this fight later? Well, it's later, and I got a bone to pick with this guy.
Okay. Is this a full-on boss or is this a mini-boss? Okay, it's a mini-boss. Jesus. My guy! Let me hit and attack him before you just lobotomize me, dude.
Tauros was easily the low point of the DLC for me personally. Not because the boss itself was bad, but rather because I'm bad at the game. To clarify, I added an extra challenge for myself where I'm not allowed to heal unless it's a major boss, since I wanted to save my healing items for important fights. This resulted in many deaths that could have easily been avoidable. And I'm not gonna lie, it was making me a little bit upset.
Can we clutch this? Dude, that would be so sick. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Oh no, it wasn't enough. No! Oh, dude, I almost had it. How did it not stun? But I did eventually beat Tauros at the cost of a major tank in my ego. But hey, at least I got this sick, nasty trophy for getting all the collectibles.
Fit bits. All right, cool. That's all the bits.
Man, I bet PETA's having a field day with this DLC. After taking out all the trash, we finally made it to the top of the tower where shit gets real. In a last-ditch effort to stop us from destroying the Mother Crystal, the tower sends out its ultimate weapon against us, Omega, who seems to think that it'll be able to defeat us. Little does it know that we have a little something called plot armor. So we literally can't lose. Okay, well, we might be able to lose. But what this sucker doesn't realize is that I have a secret weapon that will be its ultimate demise. The try again button. So this Omega guy has another thing coming if it thinks that it's gonna best me, Ginger Giant.
I'm fucking ready, dude. All my experience in Fortnite, I got this in the bag, dude. This is a really sick boss, though. I'm a big fan of this thing. Okay, now we've truly begun. Jesus, Jesus. Oh my god. I don't even know how I'm alive from that, to be honest with you. Oh, god dang. I framed the shit out of that. That was sick as fuck. Cold steel, cold steel, cold. Yeah, baby! Dude, I forgot what it feels like to play a fun Final Fantasy game. It's insane. It's actually insane. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. GG. Okay, and then, yeah, we're good. Yeah, baby! OMG! Whew! Wow, my shoulder got sore from that, damn. Fuck, dude, that was hard. That was actually hard.
And thus, with Omega defeated, Clive destroys the Mother Crystal, and all is well. Well, except for the merchants who are now unemployed and are probably gonna be shunned from their village. But fuck those guys. What actually matters is that I've completed the DLC and got the last 2 trophies.
Alright, well, there's only one thing left to do, and we will conclude the oh, wait. Repercussion. I didn't know there's another trophy. Well, silence the echoes. Now there's only one thing left to do. The Omega weapon reforged. Maybe, or my reward is with me. Damn, I suck at reading. My reward, whatever, it's gone.
And now that I've completed the Echoes of the Fallen DLC, it's time to rank it. With this being the first episode of extra content, it will obviously be ranked number 1. But I can't imagine that lasting for too long. While this DLC was actually pretty fun, it was definitely on the shorter side, with it having a lot of padding at the beginning, which is pretty unfortunate given how short it was to begin with. However, the bosses definitely made up for the lackluster beginning, especially the Omega fight, which is now honestly one of my favorite fights in Final Fantasy XVI. So if this is the quality of gameplay we'll be getting for the Rising Tide DLC next year, then I'm pretty excited to play it. My only hope is that the Rising Tide DLC will be longer, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, then please make sure to do all the cringy shit YouTubers say to do, like liking the video and subscribing. And definitely stay tuned for more extra content, because yeah, there will definitely be more extra content. Extra content. That's what I meant to say. Peace out, Girl Scout.